Celtic with a lot to play for, and Paul McStay's long ball forward to Paolo Di Canio stirred things up early on at Starks Park. The Italian's tantalising skills, hypnotising defender Makala. Di Canio makes his run towards the danger area and down he goes, but no penalty kick awarded. Well, let's look at that again. Makala plays the ball first, no doubt about that, but then he brings down Di Canio. That one's open to debate. Well, the former Juventus and AC Milan frontman in action again now for Celtic, dancing past the blue shirts. He pauses just too long in the shot, and that one's passed. Nice to watch though. Touch McKinley's mighty punt forward started a race between George Cadet and David Craig. The Portuguese star looks to be winning, but that's a superb recovery tackle by Craig. Raith Rovers had a couple of chances late on in the first half. Here's the best one. Taylor now back to Dargo on the flank. The cross coming in for Duffield. He peeled off Stubbs, but he couldn't get it past Kerr in goal. At half-time, Celtic brought on new signing Tommy Johnson, signed last week, of course, from Aston Villa. Here he is now, queuing up Phil O'Donnell with a chance, and the deflection didn't catch out Scott Thompson. Ian Monroe's bottom of the table side coming forward now, but the move is swallowed up by the Celtic defence, and the counter-attack is very much on. Tommy Boyd now operating the 1-2 with Paolo Di Canio, and the man who got his first goal for Scotland last week strides forward with confidence. And here's that new man, Johnson, again. Running forward at Makala, gets past him, and that was inches past Tommy Johnson. In the middle of the second half, Celtic had another penalty claim turned down by Bobby Tate. Di Canio sent through Cadet, and he goes down this time. That looked like a spot kick. Cadet was past Davy Kirkwood, and the Rovers man looks to have bundled him down. Perhaps a close escape there for Rovers. Decide for yourself. Tony Rougier in the ball now, the forward pass to Peter Duffield, and this brought howls of protest from the Rovers fans. McNamara and Kerr colliding with him. Was it a penalty? Well, McNamara was outside the box, and Kerr, well, he played the ball. Rovers had this superb chance to take the lead thanks to the skills of Tony Rougier. The direct route to goal for him. Off the post. What a let-off for Tommy Burns' man. Living dangerously late on in this game. But it was Celtic who took the lead in the 88th minute. It's that new man Tommy Johnson involved again. He scored a couple of weeks ago for his old club Aston Villa against Blackburn. There's the cross for Di Canio. Lovely finish by the Italian. He takes his bow, and Celtic are one up. This is what Celtic fans want to see from Johnson. Beautiful cross, and have already seen plenty of finishing like this from the Italian. Di Canio makes it 1-0. Well, 2 minutes left. You would have thought that bottom club Raith would be dead and buried. Think again. It's one each. Right at the death. David Craig heading home Harvey's free kick, but where was the marking? So Celtic blow it again. Another 2 points dropped on Rangers. Rovers fighting right to the very end of this game. And Celtic, they couldn't hold out for the last 10 seconds. One each.
I think some of the guys have got to take a good long look at themselves and think why they can't go and perform in that. We're still competing for a league championship. So bitterly disappointed in the performance and the lack of enthusiasm within the team. I mean, if you've not got that, then you've got nothing.
Have the events of the past week affected their morale?
Well, I wouldn't like to think that. I wouldn't like to think they would look on that as an excuse. I mean, no doubt some would, but no, I think most of them will be honest enough to think that what has happened in the press over the last, indeed since we lost the Rangers game, has been a disgrace. And it's been very disappointing because it's had a negative effect on a lot of people. All sorts of lies being printed and told, and it's been very divisive, obviously aimed at trying to split everybody up. Obviously people would look at today and think it's had an effect on the players, but you know, if I was a player I wouldn't let anything like that upset me, because I know I've got a job to do. Support turned up here today in their thousands, rallying, trying to get them going. So if I was a player I would be looking more to my own performance as opposed to looking for an excuse.
All right, before we talk about the Celtic situation, I can tell you that Raith Rovers' Tony Rougier is interesting Bundesliga side Karlsruhe. The Germans know the winger's contract is up at the end of this season, and under new UEFA rulings introduced this week, the Trinidad and Tobago internationals can leave Britain for free.